And picture this. You're sitting in class, bored out of your mind, when suddenly the lockdown alarm blares, but this time it's not a drill. And the danger isn't outside, it's already in the building. It was just another Friday afternoon in Mr. Johnson's calculus class. Everyone was fidgety, excited for spring break to start. We were playing some dumb logo quiz game on the projector when it happened. The dean's voice crackled over the intercom, sounding scared as hell. "This is not a drill. All teachers initiate lockdown procedures immediately." My stomach dropped. I looked around at my classmates, their faces a mix of confusion and fear. Mr. Johnson's usual chill demeanor vanished as he rushed to lock the door. The room fell silent except for the pounding of my heart. We all knew something was seriously wrong, but none of us could have guessed just how bad it was about to get. The silence didn't last long. Within seconds, the hallways erupted with chaos. I could hear doors slamming shut and the frantic voices of teachers yelling at students to get inside classrooms. My friend Sarah leaned over and whispered, "What's going on?" I shook my head, trying to calm my racing thoughts. Mr. Johnson was pacing back and forth, constantly checking his phone. His face grew paler by the second. "Everyone stay calm and quiet," he said, but his shaky voice betrayed his own fear. Suddenly, a group of students ran past our classroom, their footsteps echoing loudly. One of them was shouting something about a guy with a knife. My heart skipped a beat. Was there really someone dangerous in the school? The rumors started spreading like wildfire. Someone said they saw a masked man near the cafeteria. Another claimed there were multiple intruders. With each passing minute, the tension in the room grew thicker. Then we heard it. A scream. Distant but unmistakable. It was quickly followed by the sound of breaking glass. My classmates and I exchanged terrified glances. The threat wasn't just in the building, it was getting closer. Mr. Johnson's phone buzzed. His face went ghost white as he read the message. "Oh God," he muttered under his breath. He looked up at us, his eyes wide with fear. "The intruder! He's already inside!" A wave of panic washed over the room. Sarah grabbed my arm, her nails digging into my skin. I barely noticed the pain. My mind was racing, trying to process what was happening. Just then, we heard footsteps in the hallway. Heavy, deliberate steps that sent chills down my spine. They were getting louder, closer. I held my breath, praying they would pass by our room. The footsteps stopped right outside our door. The handle jiggled. Everyone froze, eyes fixed on the door. In that moment, I realized that our safe haven had become a trap. We were sitting ducks with nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. The handle jiggled again, harder this time. My heart was pounding so loud I thought it might give us away. Mr. Johnson motioned for us to hide, his eyes wide with panic. I scrambled under a desk, squeezing in next to Sarah. We held our breath as the door burst open. Heavy footsteps entered the room. I could see a pair of black boots from my hiding spot. They moved slowly, deliberately. The intruder was searching for us. I closed my eyes, praying he wouldn't find me. Suddenly, a hand grabbed my ankle. I screamed as I was yanked out from under the desk. I found myself face to face with a masked man, his eyes cold and empty. For a split second, we just stared at each other. Then instinct kicked in. I kicked him hard and bolted for the door. Behind me, I heard shouting and chaos erupting in the classroom. But I couldn't stop. I ran down the empty hallway, my footsteps echoing loudly. I could hear him chasing me. His breathing was heavy, angry. I turned a corner, desperately looking for somewhere to hide. The library locked the gym. Too far, I was running out of options. My lungs were burning as I sprinted down another corridor. But as I rounded the corner, my heart sank. A dead end. I spun around looking for any escape route. Nothing. The footsteps were getting closer. I pressed myself against the wall, trying to make myself as small as possible. Maybe he wouldn't see me. Maybe someone would come help. But then he appeared at the end of the hallway. Our eyes met again. This time there was nowhere to run. He started walking towards me, taking his time. He knew he had me trapped. I closed my eyes, my whole body shaking. This was it. The most terrifying moment of my life. Trapped in a dead end with a killer approaching, I couldn't believe this was happening. Not in my school. Not to me. I closed my eyes, bracing for the worst. But suddenly I heard shouting and footsteps. I opened my eyes to see police officers swarming the hallway. They'd taken down the intruder. We were safe. For now. But the fear didn't go away when the lockdown ended. Every loud noise made me jump. I'd have nightmares about being trapped in that hallway. My friends and I couldn't stop talking about it, reliving those terrifying moments over and over. School didn't feel safe anymore. They added more security cameras and guards, but it didn't help. Every time I walked into class, I'd think about escape routes. What if it happened again? What if next time the police didn't show up? In time. The thought made my skin crawl. School had become a place where danger could be lurking around any corner.